Welcome to our next Bhagavad Gita lesson. Let's prepare ourselves with a slow, deep breath. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti. We're on episode number 255, entitled, What Was I Made For? And yes, it's the Billie Eilish song from Barbie. I used to float, now I just fall down. I used to know, but I am not sure now what I was made for. What was I made for? Think I forgot how to be happy. Something I'm not, but something I can be. Something I wait for. Something I'm made for. We're on the 23rd verse of the 6th chapter. I'll read it to you. Yoga is the disconnection of your identification with that which experiences pain. It is to be steadily practiced with determination, free from all discouraging thoughts. In this verse, Sri Krishna uses the word yoga in two different ways, as the goal of life and as the means for achieving the goal. Yoga is what we practice to reach the state of yoga. Throughout the Gita, Krishna gives several definitions of the goal of yoga. Here he says it's dukkha samyoga vigyogam, the undoing of the bonds that bind us to suffering. Normally we think of yoga as linking two things together. However, Krishna says that yoga is the unlinking. It disconnects us from dukkha, that which is experiencing pain. Krishna doesn't deny that there's suffering. It would be hard to deny. He's saying that whoever it is that's suffering, it's not the true you. You're not suffering now. You never suffered in the past. You'll never suffer in the future. Krishna is saying that if we're suffering, it's due to a misunderstanding. When we clear up that confusion, we feel as though we finally stopped knocking our head against the wall for so many lifetimes. When an immature person disconnects from pain, it can result in spiritual bypassing, where we're denying our true level of consciousness, our current reality, and we push spiritual concepts down the throat of the mind. In chapter 1, Arjuna was using his knowledge of these concepts to avoid facing parts of himself. He was using the spiritual teachings to maintain and support his mental conditioning. He was using the philosophy of yoga to avoid the experience of yoga. A mature example of what Krishna is talking about in this verse is the sage Ramana Maharshi. He had cancer of the arm, and when the limb would flinch in pain, Ramana would talk to it very compassionately. Oh, I'm so sorry you're undergoing this painful experience. I'm here for you any way I can be. My guru was at Ramana's ashram shortly before Ramana departed the body. Gurudev told Ramana that he was leaving. It was hard for him to watch Ramana undergo this suffering. And Ramana was clear with Gurudev. He was confusing the experience of the body with what Ramana was experiencing. The practice that clears up this confusion is also called yoga. In the second line of this verse, Krishna lists 3 things that could help us effectively practice yoga. We'll end this week's episode with a cliffhanger. We'll explore these 3 qualities at next week's lesson. For our reflection, yoga is, yoga is the disconnection of our identification with that which experiences pain. So there is pain, and someone is experiencing it. However, it's just not me. My body this week, maybe you can even hear it, has been under the weather for the past week. So there's someone who's not feeling too good. I thought of Raman and wondered, if I'm the ever blissful witnessing consciousness, who's feeling so miserable? Is it the body, the mind? Next time you feel you're in pain, explore this question. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you soon. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.